Hey there, Aries. Welcome back to my channel. If you enjoy my readings, please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as leave me a comment and let me know if this reading resonates with you. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled your cards in advance to hurry this reading along a little bit. And for your first card, we've got the Gatherer from the Mystic Shaman Oracle. And alright, so the essence of this card is, before we cultivated grains, we collected the wild bounty of nature. The gatherer finds abundant seeds, nuts, and berries, and wild greens where the ordinary person sees only barren soil. The gatherer is the provider, the forager, and the gardener who collects roots and vegetables for the long winter, when game is scarce. She does not hoard, trusting the bounty around her. The invitation. Look at the resources that you already have close at hand. This is a time of abundance. Everything around you is ripe and ready for the harvest. Banish the notions of scarcity that have limited your choices and colored your destiny. Pack your food for the winter and start with the low-hanging fruit that is all around you. I love this picture. It's so beautiful. Okay, and the Narcissist card that goes with this, or the Love card, is gender roles. It says that in your relationships you should basically have respect for the different roles that each person plays in the relationship, and share the burdens and share the wealth, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here at the Time Master. Alright, so this particular card falls in the second spot, which is in the west, and it represents a part of you that needs to die. It is an old story that needs to be let go of, so that you may find a new, meaningful story for your life. Alright, the Time Master. This is number 57. Alright, so the essence of this card is, time is a construct of human mind through which life events are seen to flow in the straight line from past to future. This, however, is an illusion. Time moves in patterns, fractals, and sometimes turning like a wheel, and others moving straight as an arrow. Humans see time like a ticking clock, and this image reminds us that there is only so much time to spend in life, like a kind of currency. At any given moment, you can see time in all of its infinite potential, at once vast and all-encompassing, the shrunken and finite. It all depends on perspective. The invitation. Actually, this one was reversed, so we're going to read the medicine. Sometimes it appears that you are running out of time. You worry that you won't get what you need or what you want. Everything gets stuck like a logjam. This is only in your mind. Time expands and contracts according to your ability to be mindful and observant. Fully engaged in your now, it's time to release the story of your past. Equally, it's time to release your need to know the details of the future. All the treasures magically reveals itself when you remain relaxed and present to what is directly in front of you and nothing else. Then you realize that you have all the time in the world. You will never run out of it. All right. So the card that goes with this one is bad relationships, swapped sides, or changed. So this one has to do with a narcissistic relationship. Someone who makes everyone feel like they're the victim, and someone who will take advantage of the situation and swap the roles. All right, so let's take a look here. For your card that's in the north, it represents wisdom that you need to acquire. You have learned the lessons from the south and from the west, and what wisdom is ready to mature within you? What is your great medicine that you are ready to embrace? What are the deeply buried treasures that have become available to you? All right, and this card is water, which is kind of ironic that the majority of the country is flooded right now. All right, so the water card is, okay, the essence is water symbolizes purification, regeneration, birth, revival, and cleansing. It signifies an evolutionary shift from former self to new self. Many myths around the world speak of a great flood and the new life that is revealed after the deluge. Water begins without boundaries. Then, as soon as it has separated itself from water, it comes under the law of time and life, thus acquiring limitations. All right, and the invitation says, when water arrives, you're invited to watch your emotions. Know that they are going to be changeable, and do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, feel that fully. If you feel sad, allow sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and the flow of the events and trust that you can ride the wave of opportunity when it arises. The natural flow is here. Go with it. All right, so there's the card again. Water. It's really, really pretty. And the card that goes with it is the female version of the Sophisticate. So there's a lady who is an elegant sage. So that basically means that she is very knowledgeable and, she's sophisticated. Alrighty, and then the last card that we have here for you is the Seer, and it goes with the Boss Lady card. So, old phase out and new phase in. So this lady is the overseer. She is very forceful and commands power. She's a realist and she's very grateful. Supervisor. Alright, so let's take a look at the Seer, which is 45. Alright, the Seer. The essence of the Seer represents the capacity to reach beyond the obvious details of life, into the hidden realms where information is available to those with the discernment to perceive it. The symbol represents psychic perception, intuition, and the capacity to know something without prior exposure. The seer knows truth, always seeks truth beyond all else, and sees the reality as it is truly is without judgment. The seer can read between the lines and understand what is not being said. He represents the power of clarity and being able to recognize patterns. The invitation. The seer invites you to trust your intuition and follow it as it leads you forward. You may feel lost if it appears that your hutch is taking you in circles or even through a maze, but it's the hidden realms that don't follow the rules and two-dimensional map. Trust your gut and allow your perception of your circumstances to widen to include the nuances and subtle cues that you normally miss if you take things at face value. The seer has gifted you with this magic. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Your vision is clear. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull one Narcissist card and see what might be troubling you. Overt narcissism. Self-interest. Alright, so these are some of the things that you might find in an overt narcissist. Which overt is just someone who is not hiding it. They're not hiding that they're a narcissist. Alright, they're very self-interested. They have a sense of entitlement. They're very vain. They have a constant need for admiration. They have an unrealistic sense of self-importance. A lack of empathy. And difficulty forming meaningful relationships. Alright, and the causes can come from anything from genetics to trauma, verbal abuse, or any other kind of abuse. It says limit your personal information with narcissists. Also, do not argue with a narcissist. Sometimes it's necessary to cut them off completely, especially if there is physical abuse. Alright. So, let's pull one more narcissist card here for you. Alright. The empathetic narcissist. Highly intelligent, covert narcissistic abuse. The narcissist goes to therapy, meditation, yoga, or they begin to imitate the victim so they can become the victim. Personality swap. So what they do is they keep the supply from leaving. Looks can be deceiving. The victim gets a bad reputation and the narcissist is unresolved. It leaves the victim feeling unresolved with no empathy, no positive validation, confusion, anger, provoked, and feeling like everything is your fault. Don't feel loved or valued? Question mark. Alright, so this coaching comes from Michelle Nieves, and this overt narcissist information was from the medical news today on the DSM. Alright, so I hope that this information has helped you. If so, please be sure to like and subscribe, as well as leave me a comment and let me know what you think of the reading. And be sure to come back and see me next week.